Hi, this is James, and I guess this is episode 3 of Solo Dad, Amateur Widower. I wanted to talk today about something that I really messed up on early in this kind of journey of solo parenting, and that was the taking the time for me. So, and I've mentioned this in the previous two videos, there's a lot of things that, when you set out or find yourself in this new situation that you're in, and again, mine being one of a widower and yours may being a widow, someone who's going through divorce, a separation of some nature, but you find yourself now with a tremendous amount of responsibility on your shoulders, right? And without help, without a partner, without the person to do it with you. Um, you know, when that happens, right, a lot of us will go to this place. This is where I went to, I'm going to do it all. I have to do it all. It's all on me. And with that, there's you elevate the duty, you elevate the responsibility to this level of kind of reflection of character and mission, that my children are my mission. I would say this: my children are my purpose, and raising them, providing for them, doing my job, my full-time, grown-up career, managing the house, managing all the things that go along with their education, their clothing, the food, the grocery shopping, the laundry, the cooking, the cleaning the pool, the mowing the lawn, and all those things, right? Those become the mission. And if you're like me, there's probably a lot of people in your life kind of whispering in your ear or cautioning you to take some time for you, because they're probably seeing some level of burnout. They're seeing you frazzled. They're seeing you running 100 miles an hour. Now, I've been in that situation, and you sit there and it's almost a badge of honor to say, I am the one who can do this. I am that invincible person. I am that strong person, that strong father, that one that can do what others can't, right? Because it's becomes part of our identity, the one that we do it all. Well, those people are mentioning to you and they're hinting to take some time for you, because they see what you don't see. They see an energy level that's likely dwindling. They probably see tempers flaring, exasperation coming in, exhaustion coming in, being scatterbrained. And you know what? It's probably a very tangible thing that they can just see is the diminishing of joy in your own life. And sure, raising our kids and finding the virtue in selflessness and self-sacrifice, in devotion and in duty is honorable. It is a virtue. It is a very powerful thing that you're doing when you let go of self and die to self to serve your family, to serve your children. Or, if you're in a stage where you're caregiving, you're a caregiver for someone that you love dearly. There's a lot that comes on you, right? More than what most people have to do. But you carry it, and you're proud of the fact that you're able to do it. But if you're not careful, that duty, that work, it depletes you. And I've spoken to individuals, to groups, and to large groups of several hundred people on this kind of concept of joy and joy tank and replenishing our joy and seeking joy and giving joy. I believe we each have this reservoir within ourselves of this joy. And when our joy tanks are filled to abundance, it exudes from us. We live in joy. We give joy. We are a presence that brings joy to others, and we walk in feeling joy. As we fail, right? It's a fail to refill our tank. That joy level, that amount of inner kind of resiliency, that inner strength, that inner lightness, it becomes drained. And when you fail to refill your own joy tank long enough, you find yourself in this place of depletion. And so all the nobility and all the virtue that we assign to our role, it's jeopardized, because A joyful parent raises joyful kids. A joyful parent raises kids, well. A parent who's depleted, exasperation comes in. Our ability to nurture, our ability to protect, our ability to guide, our ability to manage it all and carry these burdens effortlessly is impacted. And all of a sudden, when we find ourselves in this place of depletion, these tasks that are manageable when our tank is full become sometimes too much. And when they become too much, it's evident to the people around us. Our children, that look to us for love, they look to us for comfort, they look for us to be a support and center for them in their own grief, their own confusion about this new life. We find ourselves being aggravated, short-tempered, flustered, frustrated. And the only way to be fully present and fully who we set out to be for our children when our lives went through this change is if we take a step back, pull back and go, you know what? I need to refill me. I need to put the joy into the tank. And this is something I was terrible at. I wore it as a badge of honor, just this again, ego, right? And I friends and family know I talk about this stuff, right? For all my humility and all the humbleness that I try to carry in life, there is a tremendous amount of ego and there's a tremendous amount of pride. And so in my own place of ego humility, right, I felt that this selflessness and self-sacrifice to this very unsustainable place or unsustainable level was this great thing. And I started to see in my own heart the level of impairment that I started to kind of be under, the way I was kind of lashing out, the shortness of temper, the lack of tenderness that I was showing as I was receiving, as I was kind of finding myself in this place of frustration with what had been joyful work, the joyful work of being a caregiver, the joyful work of being a solo parent. It became something very hard, and it felt very hard. And it wasn't until I realized that I need to actually start listening to people. Those people that are around you that are telling you to do something for you, you know what, listen, and you've heard me in the last 2 episodes say this, turns out I'm not the smartest person in the world. And you know what, if you're rejecting and you're turning away from those people that are telling you to invest some time in you, if you're kind of ignoring them, guess what, you're not the smartest person in the world either. Because those people are people that are around you, they know you, they love you, they care about you, they're seeing in you something that you're not seeing yourself. And they're starting to see the signs of depletion. So listen to them. Take that step away. Find things that you can do that are for you. Pull in the help. The last episode I talked about getting a nanny. And maybe for you it's not a nanny. Maybe it's pulling in a friend, a trusted friend. It's a family member to watch the kids, to take on a task for you, to just sit with them so that you can get out of the house. And that getting out of the house can be a lot of different things. And if you're like me, when I first lost my wife, a lot of that downtime, when people would give me my own time, it became something I dreaded, because that downtime there was no busy work to do. And all of a sudden I was left with nothing but feeling the aloneness, feeling the grief, and it was suffocating. And so I think what I did was kept myself busy and dove more into caring for the kids, caring for the house, caring for the responsibilities, doing my job, working to hide from grief, hide from the loneliness that comes. And again, it's, in my case, I lost my wife. In your case, it may have been, husband and wife separated, boyfriend, girlfriend, parted ways. And a lot of times most of those situations are not fun, pleasant situations. It wasn't something we wanted. And we find ourselves in this place of hurt. And giving ourselves time means that we can now hurt. And we don't want to do that, right? We're wired to not hurt. But you know what? I'm going to tell you, as someone who's been 3 years into this, the time we take for yourself, where at one point it hurts, there'll be a point where it doesn't. And you'll enjoy that opportunity to go do some shopping, go to the mall, pick out some new shirt that because you probably neglected yourself. Go get the haircut, go get a massage. I've taken up a couple of different hobbies and things that I never would have imagined me doing because it was an investment in me. Do it. People are telling you to do it because they see you need it. And you know what? When you do it, when you reinvest in you, when you give yourself back that joy, you're rebuilding you. You're rediscovering your purpose. You're rediscovering your passions. You're refilling your tank. And when you refill your tank with self-care, with joy, you are a better parent. You're a better father. You're a better mother. When you are walking in joy, when you are filled, you are a better person to the people in your life that need you to be a better person. And for me, it's avenues of my faith, it's reflection, it's prayer, it's meditation, it's going to church, it's yoga, it's taking walks, it's being active, it's going to the gym. It's these mind, body, and spirit things that we have to do because the people in your life need you to do them because they need you to be your best. You're not going to be your best if you self-sacrifice and don't invest in you. And so I've said it in the past, I'll say it again, and you'll hear me say this all the time. The wise man learns from the mistakes of others. The fool learns from his own, and the idiot never learns at all. Right? I was the fool. I overdove in or dove too far into duty and failed to self-care. I struggled. Right? Don't struggle. Be the wise man, be the wise woman. Right now, if you're watching this, write down something you're going to do tomorrow. Write down some things that you're going to do for you. Go on Eventbrite. Find some event. Find some concert. Reach into your phone contacts. Some friend you haven't talked to in a long time. Just call them. Find some things that you can do to get a laugh, to get some intellectual curiosity, to get your body moving. Do it for you because your kids need you to, your family needs you to, and the friends need you to, and your job needs you to, and everyone that's encountering and coming to you in your life, your pets, they need you joyful. It's not going to happen if you're not putting some time into you. And again, that's the lesson I had to learn the hard way. So with that, I hope you guys have a great night or a great day, and just again, love you. All right, thanks.